Hello friends, hope you are all doing well. Today I'm going to discuss about two topics, software development lifecycle SDLC and software testing lifecycle STLC. So let's move ahead and see what are these topics all about. So basically the software development lifecycle can be classified into seven major steps. One is the requirement phase, next is the analysis phase, then design phase, development or coding phase, testing phase, deployment phase, and maintenance phase. So let's discuss each of these phases. First is the requirement phase. In this phase, business analyst collects requirement from clients or customers and document the requirement, popularly known as CRS or customer requirement specification, or BRS, business requirement specification. Now, what will be the roles involved in this? It is the role of the business analyst, and the desired outcome is a documented CRS or BRS. Now, CRS and BRS are preliminary document and are subjected to modification as per the requirement. Next, we have the analysis phase. So, what do we do in analysis phase? We check the feasibility of the requirement proposed by the clients or customer that needs to be analyzed in this phase. The following factors to be considered but not limited to. In this analysis phase, we check the cost of the project, manpower requirement, resources required, infrastructure requirement, etc. So roles involved in this phase is business analyst, project manager, team lead, etc. And the desired outcome is software requirement specification document. Now the third phase of the SDLC is the design phase. Once analysis phase is over and the project is good to move ahead, the design of the software is built. So now design document are of two types, high level design and low level design. High level design basically consists of the module and architecture of the software, whereas low level design is more elaborate and further broken down into sub modules level. Roles involved architecture, TL, developers, and desired outcome is high level design document and low level design document. Coming to the fourth phase is the development phase. This is a very crucial phase. Now, development of the software is commenced in this phase. With the help of SRS and design documents, developers start writing the code. Coding is done by using programming languages like C++, Java, Python, etc., depending upon the requirement and the criticality of the software. And sometimes multiple languages can be used in a single phase. So the roles involved are developer, and the desired outcome is a source code of the software. Then comes the testing phase. Once the developer develops the source code, the same is tested by testers in test environment to determine the accuracy and robustness of the software. The testing ensures a error-free software and that the software meets like customer requirement specification. There are different types of testing like component testing, integration testing, system testing. We'll discuss about these testing on a different slide. Now roles involved are test team and the desired outcome is quality product and test artifacts. Now there are components of the test strategy, test plan, sequential test cases, bug reports, etc. The sixth phase of the SDLC is the deployment phase. Once the test team signs off the test document, the product is ready to be deployed in the production environment. So roles involved here is deployment engineers and the desired outcome is ready to use software in production or customer environment. Last but not the least, the maintenance phase. This is a very important phase. Even in production environment, there might be some errors, issues, and those needs to be addressed or resolved. The new or change modification are handled in this phase. A service level agreement, also called as SLA, is signed off between the software manufacturer and the client or customer. If required or if specified in the SLA, there must be a AMC, that is annual maintenance contract in place. Here the roles involved are support engineers, developer, testers, and the desired outcome is a smooth operating software without any errors. So that was all about SDLC. Now let's move on to STLC, that is software testing lifecycle. So STLC comprises of six major phases. One is requirement analysis phase, test and planning, test case development, test environment setup, test execution, and test case closure. So what is the requirement analysis? In this phase, we need to check what are the test requirements like resources, skill set, test environment, computer configuration, etc. And what needs to be tested? Is it functional testing? Is it configuration testing? Or is it system testing, etc.? Next is the test planning phase. In this phase, it determines the effort and cost estimates of the project. So QA team start the test cases testing once the test plan is finalized. Then we have the test case development phase. So based upon the test requirement, testing team writes down the detailed test cases. Along with the test case, the team also prepare the test data. Test cases are peer reviewed, finalized, and then tested. Then we have the environment setup phase. In this phase, the test environment decides on which condition the software is to be tested. In this phase, QA will run the smoke test to check the stability of the environment the intended software is tested onto. Now, smoke testing is done throughout the software at a high level, means not deep diving into the test, rather touch basing superficially. Smoke testing is also known as shallow testing. The next two phases are test execution phase and test closure phase. In test execution, test teams start executing each of the developed test cases. Each of the test cases executed shall be marked as pass or fail based upon the outcome of the result. Any failed test case shall be added to the bug report and handled separately to rectify the bugs. In the test closure phase, once all the test cases are verified and passed, including the bug fixing, the test case verification document is signed off and the final test report is prepared. Any bug report generated during test execution shall be attached to the final test reports. Now let's see how does a typical test case template look like. So typically a test case template consists of the following basic information: project name, module name if applicable, creator of the test cases, reviewer of the test cases. So it looked like a table in which first is test scenario ID, test scenario description, test case ID, test case description. In this it will be negative and positive, precondition, post condition, expected result, actual result, and test case pass or fail. So this is more or less about SDLC and STLC. Hope you like the video and you understand what I tried to express through this presentation. Stay tuned. Thank you. Have a great day.